Welcome back to GoodX Web Fundamental Training. We are going to do the next section, and that is billing corrections. Now, in the previous section, we did show you how to do the billing. If you didn't watch the previous section, or there is something that you don't understand, please go back to the previous section and view the billing section of the GoodX Web Fundamental Training. But now we're going to do the billing corrections, and in this section we're going to handle not receipts. We're going to do invoice corrections, that is a credit note, and also redo transactions. Now, a credit note will cancel your whole invoice and you can start over again after you have posted it. And then a redo transaction will do a credit note, but it will bring to your screen the invoice that you have did, and then you can do the correction on that invoice screen, and then you can repost it. Now, the important part that you always have to remember with billing corrections is the 3 R's. It is first reverse. So if the invoice was sent to the medical aid, you must always reverse first, and then you redo the transaction and you resend the transaction then again. So first reverse, bring it back from the medical aid, then do your corrections, post them, and then resend, because otherwise you have to send it to the medical aid to get your payment. Now we're going to do a correction now. So say for instance this patient wasn't supposed to be billed, you've billed the incorrect patient. You're going to click and you're going to say account details, and the last invoice wasn't supposed to be there. We've made it, did test in, and we were supposed to do child. We're going to click on the line, the actions will open, and from here you can say credit note. It's going to ask you for a reason. Why are you crediting this? You can say incorrect patient, and we can say okay. You will see a red line has been drawn through the invoice, and also outstanding has changed to 000. You can see the turnover is also 0, and the invoice amount shows you what the invoice was before you have credited the invoice. Okay. So the credit note is really easy. Just click on the patient, say account details, click on the correct invoice that you want to credit note, and then you double click to open the actions. You stand on the actions and then you click on credit note. It will ask you a reason why you're crediting this invoice. You give a reason, and then you credit note. But please remember, first, if this was a medical aid, you must first reverse this claim. Okay. Now to do close, we're going to do a redo transaction. So on this patient, we're going to say account details. We click on this one. On the child one, double click, and you're going to say view edit invoice. Now the reason why you're going to redo invoice is because, say for instance, you've seen, okay, the ICD-10 code is incorrect. You're going to change the ICD-10 code, for instance, or otherwise you didn't use a urine dipstick, so you're going to delete this one. So now we're going to say redo transaction. It's going to ask you a reason why you're redoing this invoice. We're going to say incorrect code. Okay. We're going to minus the urine test, and we're going to say post and switch again, or post a wait response. So you will see here on the account screen, the first one is credited, and then the new one, that one, the 7,000, is the new invoice then. So you can double click on it, and you can say view edit invoice, and there is your invoice then. Okay. If you view and edit and you do the redo first, if you did send it, the reverse will be applicable, and you can reverse, always reverse, then redo, and then just post and wait for response. Okay. Is there any other questions that we have to discuss? Can you do a credit note and a redo transaction? Is there any other questions about this? Please just remember that in this part, it's always important that you use the correct functions to correct your mistakes. If you're not using a credit note or a redo transaction to correct billing mistakes, then it's not going to correct your turnover. And that's a big problem, because when you're giving your financial statements to the auditors or to your big bookkeeper, then your turnover is not going to be balanced, and you are paying VAT. If you're registered for VAT, you're paying VAT on turnover. So please make sure you're using the correct functions. You can't, if you did something incorrect on your billing, please remember that you can't correct that with a journal. We're going to still come to the journal part in the debt management part. We're going to discuss journals, but the only reason why you will do a credit note or a redo transaction is, say for instance, a billing code is incorrect, the medical aid told you no, you mustn't use this code, but you must use this code. You're going to correct that. Also, if quantity is incorrect, you can't do journals with that, because it's not going to correct your quantity on your stock or on any reports that you are going to draw. And also, it's not going to correct your turnover. So it's important, if you want to fix your turnover because you've made a mistake or something must change, always do a redo transaction or otherwise a credit note, and then do your invoice over again. Okay, let me just answer one of the questions. Okay, to come back to the doctor's question, what if you have billed a wrong debtor completely and to remove the transaction? Okay, so if you billed the incorrect debtor, now let's go to say for instance this one, Mr. GoodX C Child. You've billed it incorrectly. You will go to the account. You will say account details. You can click on the invoice that was done incorrectly. You double click. You say credit note, not redo transaction or view edit invoice. You say credit note. You say incorrect debtor. You say okay. The invoice is credited. You go back, you click on the correct patient or the correct booking or the correct debtor, and then you do the invoice on the correct patient. Was that, did the answer suit you, or you're happy with that? Okay, yes, we can do it one more time. You click on, let me just, okay, we're going to click on this one because we still do have an invoice on this one. So you click on it, you say account details. So you click on that one, then you stand on the invoice that must be credited. You say credit note. You type in the correct the reason why you're crediting this, incorrect debtor. Oh, sorry. Let's try again. Incorrect debtor. And then you say okay, and then it's done. So you say close, and then you go your normal path to bill the patient again. or the other one that you have to bill. Now, if you make the incorrect booking because this patient is the incorrect one, you can double click on the booking and then you can change here to edit data and change that you make the correct booking. Or otherwise, the easier way, delete it and make a new booking for this. Okay. One of the other questions that we have is, can you bill multiple dates at once? Yes, you can. Now, from the system, if you want to bill multiple dates, you can go to debtors. You search for the correct patient. Let's take North Botha. From here, you can say invoice. Important message. For this patient, the patient will start to convulse when taking penicillin. Okay, so that is one of the warnings through the clinical. Then you can say, yes, it's a consultation, for instance. The patient is treated already. The location, we don't have a location. Yes, the patient was there 2 o'clock. It's going to make a booking for you. When you didn't do a booking on the diary, the system is going to make a booking for you. Then you type in a reason if you want to. You don't have to type in a reason, but you can. Then you choose the correct patient. You say save. And from here, you can see here date. Let me just choose the correct one or any one that is working. You type in there your code. And then you can say plus. You type in the next date, the 14th. You say save. Now that this invoice transaction date is on a future date because it's on the 14th. The 14th is not yet here. So we say yes, it's okay. We understand that. And then you type in here. It doesn't take the 14th. Let me just try again. Okay. Plus. Let me just start over again and try again. Say close. We cancel everything. So let's take North Botha. We say invoice. Then from here, okay, yes, we have the warning. Consultation. The patient is treated already. Let's make that the 5th. We say save. We put in the correct IC10 code. We do the consultation. And then we say plus. Choose consultation. The patient is treated. The date is the 6th. Sorry, the date is the 6th. Then we say save. Some fields are invalid. Name is required. Say name is required. Okay, sorry, I didn't choose the patient. Let me just see what's going on. The system is giving me a little bit problems. I'm just going to say plus. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get this to work with me and not against me. Let's take Erika. We say invoice. Just please remember this is a test system, and there's a lot of strange things that can happen on the test system. So we say consultation. They try again. Treated. The 4th. Yes, save. Okay, then we say plus. Selected treating doctor, none is not the same as the diary treating doctor. Okay, this booking overlaps, that's fine. Let's say consultation, that's better. Then we say treated, we say the 6th. Patient 5th. This booking overlaps with non-billable bookings on the diary. That is fine. A selected treating doctor, none is, oh, okay, there's the problem. Maybe we must just read. Let's put in a doctor. Ek gee nie dit vir my nie. Let me just change my test system to another one. Let's see if we can do it on this one. Okay, sorry, I'm really sorry for this. We're going to make site debtors. We're going to take this one, invoice. Okay, then I'm going to choose consultation, booked. The patient is on the 4th. We're going to do the billing, save. Okay, do a billing, choose the ICD-10, 0190, then we say plus, we choose consultation, booked, let's try the 5th, a treating doctor, this is okay, this is not supposed to work like this. It's save. No, it's not going to save for us. Okay, there's a small problem with this testing system. Unfortunately, I can't show you how to do it, but the process that you're supposed to follow is when you type in the first date, then you click on the plus, and then you change your date to the correct date that you have to do. So I'm just going to show you the process. So you go on debtors, you click on the correct patient, then you say invoice. From there you choose, because you did stand on the correct patient, you say the type, you type in the date here, so you change the date, and then you say save. I'm not going to try. You type in the ICD-10 code for your first date that you're using. Okay, then you click on the plus, you change your date to the correct one that you're going to bill now, and then the patient is supposed to be here. All of your patient information is supposed to be here. You save, because, okay, let me just put in there. All of the patient information is supposed to pull in through here, and then you save again, and then you do your billing. After that, you can say plus again, change your date, and then do your next billing. Again, plus, do the next date, and then you go on. Now, after you've done all of your dates, and you have plus, 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 and you did all of your dates, you can say here, post all. It will show you post all, or otherwise save and close. Okay. I'm really sorry for this inconvenience that I can't show you now. How does it work? Unfortunately, my test system doesn't want to work with us. You can please try on your system to do it, and if it doesn't work, please let us know immediately that we can have a look at it. We can also maybe do in the future, we're going to do this webinar again, and hopefully on Tuesday it's going to work definitely. Okay. Is there any other questions? Okay, we're going to take a 5-minute break, then we're going to come back with the claim administration. Thank you.